All right, let's start taking a look at how we can apply for the M-Kurs through University of Marburg or University of Gießen, both of which ending up in the Studienkolleg Marburg in case you have an indirect university entrance qualification. Go to uni-assist.de, please log in to your UniAssist account here in My Assist. I'm already logged in, so when I click on that, we come to this page where we can select the programs which we want to apply to. Up here on the right side, you can select the language, German, English. I assume your German should be good enough by now that you're applying to be able to do this in German. So I switch back and forth, sometimes in German, sometimes in English. Let's do this one in English. All right. For M-Kurs, the Technische Hochschule Mittelhessen doesn't offer any M-Kurs because it's Technische Hochschule, technical university, right? So let's focus on Uni Gießen and Uni Marburg. For Uni Gießen, you just come here, winter semester 2021. That's the case now. Of course, in the future, you should select the semester that you're looking for. Be aware, do this correctly. Watch out not to mess up with this because you just don't want to apply for a semester which is gone, which is past, which is history, because you get rejected because you missed the deadline. But it can be that the option still remains here. So don't rely on UniAssist's IT infrastructure that much. It can sometimes be a bit tricky. The university part, I just type Marburg, Philipps Universität Marburg. There you go, we have it here. And for Marburg, you can go for medicine or Zahnmedizin, dentistry and stuff. But I explained it already. I don't risk it. I always go for things which are simple and are not numerus clausus. They are not NC. They are just simple. They will accept you if you have the minimum requirements. So let's say biology bachelor's, Philipps Universität Marburg, no admission restriction, NC frei. That's it. I love this. It's bulletproof. You get admitted to the and you get invited for the M-Kurs entry test of Studienkolleg Mittelhessen with that. Please make sure to hand in a complete set of application documents. Yes, we have talked about that. Feel free to go and check the study program application guidelines, but beware, information which you find here very often is not about Studienkolleg, but it's about the bachelor's program. And the problem is, because there are a minority of international applicants who need to go to Studienkolleg, you are sort of left out, unfortunately, on these guides. There is not much information for you. And even at universities, there are not so many people who understand your path. So it's a bit complex, but that's why I'm here, right? That's why you're taking this course. So feel free to go in there, but make sure that you understand that not everything is for you there. For example, if you go to the application guideline, they say, for application to this bachelor's program, you need a C1. But guess what? You are not going to do this bachelor's program directly. You are going to go to Studienkolleg, right? If you have an indirect university entrance qualification. And for that, they need only a B2 certificate. Things like that, so that you just don't mistake the information there for your case. I skipped that. I have already read that. I have covered everything you need in the course. So if you follow me, you will be all fine. I click on select. All right. It's added to my basket. You see up here? There you go. And then let's say I go to here to Gießen. Justus Liebig Universität Gießen. There you go. And here, well, I can select biology, for example, but you see vocational education, Lehramt, for those who want to study, to become a teacher. So if you don't want to become a teacher, don't choose these ones, right? I mean, you can choose that, but it's complex. Then, for example, if you choose Lehramt, they say, what is your second discipline? Because teachers have 2 disciplines in Germany. And if you have not chosen the second one, sometimes some universities reject you. This is because they say, come on, you just only chose one. And you're like, come on, I need to go to Studienkolleg. Who cares? And they say, well, we care because we need to know which Studienkolleg Fach we should send you to. So let's not make it complex. For example, you can go for biology, UA Bachelor of Science here. If you say here details, you see the general information here, nothing specific. You have, yes, the specific web page for this program, bachelor program. You can go there and inform yourself, but you will not land there first year. You will go to Studienkolleg first. Okay, let's click on select. It's also a safe option. Let's say you say, no, I really want to do the medicine thing, or Zahnmedizin, dentistry, or Tiermedizin, veterinary sciences. Okay, let's do that here. You have medicine, veterinary medicine, dentistry. Whichever you want to choose that. It's all good. It's a little bit riskier than biology, I would say. Most of the time is no, but sometimes yes. But if you have time, if you have a lot of time left until the application deadline, give it a shot if you want. We say select. There you go. Let me see the details. You see the details here are also not very different than that one. It's also NC. So it should work out. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't work out. But sometimes they get too many applications. So there's some universities, we have had that, for example, with the case of University of Leipzig. They say because of capacity they reject you. They say you had everything, but we don't have capacity because way too many people applied for dentistry or medicine or stuff. And you don't want to be a part of that. You want just get an invitation for your Studienkolleg M-Kurs and proceed with that. But I leave this choice to you basically. And then here you have the basket. You go there. You see there are 3 options. 1, biology Uni Gießen, medicine Uni Gießen, and biology Uni Marburg. There is one thing which you should beware of, and this is this unanswered mandatory question part, the red parts, right? There are some questions which need to be answered before you can apply for a program. And if it's green, you're all good. If it's red, then you click on it. There you go. And then you find those mandatory questions and answer them. This is a tricky point. Do not answer all the other questions. Here, first school, name of the school, country of the school, the second school. Oh my God, your whole CV basically you need to put here. Entrance exam, this, that. Just answer the questions which are mandatory. The rest, if they are necessary, the person in uni assist who goes through your profile will do that. I was sitting there, that was my job. I know that exactly how it works. Don't answer things which are not necessary because it actually might trouble you rather than help your application. Leave them blank. You are sending all your documents anyways. So if they want to see something, they will see it there. You see the first page, there is no mandatory question because mandatory questions are red. There is no red color. So where are they actually? Let's scroll up, 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 up. Here, there are 2 more pages. Let's check this one. University-related questions. I have already taught the T course before this lecture, and I have selected these ones. They were red. These were red. So let's go through them. Are you applying for admission to the next available pre-study preparatory German course? If you have a B2, the answer is no. If you don't have a B2, the answer is yes. The safe answer always is, I don't know. You tell me. Should I go to German course? Okay. Should I directly go to the entry test because my German is enough? Okay, so basically I would go for I don't know always because they choose it for you. They choose the right answer for you. But you can also go for yes or no. But if you say no, they will not admit you to German course at all, right? If, for example, they don't have capacity for the Aufnahmetest, or your German certificate is not accepted for any reason, then they will say, oh, you don't want to go to German course, then no. So I would say yes or I don't know would be the safer options. German language skills. Do you already know German? Yes, of course. I mean, if you don't know German, you're not applying here, right? I assume. Okay. That said, have you completed test stuff? Yes or no, you can answer. And you see the next ones are not mandatory. So I leave them alone. I just don't touch those. Are you currently enrolled on a German course? Yes, if you're attending German course. No, if you're not. But I assume you're learning a little bit of German every day because this is important for your future and for the Aufnahmetest. So I would say yes. Details of English language skills. Do you know English? Yes, I know English. If you didn't know English, how could you listen to my course here, right? So you're in this course and you're understanding English for sure. So the answer is yes. The rest of the questions I just leave. None of them are red. Let's go to the last one. These are related to medicine. Like these are extra questions related to medicine. Have you completed test A's? If you have completed test A's, then you should say yes, and you can put in the results, but you should also send your transcript to them. Or if you say no, then it's a no. Beware that test A's might be mandatory for this university for studying medicine, and we don't know if it's mandatory at the Studienkolleg level or not. I would say no, but I don't know for 100%. So if you insist on applying for medicine, get back to them, contact the university and ask, do I need to have test A's for attending the Studienkolleg, or if at this stage it's not necessary and I have to do it later when I finish the Studienkolleg. So that you are sure, basically, Correspondence is the key. Correspondence, correspondence, and correspondence. All right, next question. Do you have any knowledge of German? Yes, I have knowledge of German. Exact name of language certificate, I just leave it. They have not made it mandatory. If they wanted it for sure, they would have made it mandatory. Have you completed a vocational training? Like, I don't know, you have been working in a hospital or something. Apparently, this is also something that affects your application for medicine after Studienkolleg. So say yes or no, depending on whether you have done some kind of vocational training. But again, these are the tricky questions that I don't like. And that's why I wouldn't recommend applying for medicine for ending up in M-Kurs. Go for biology and you don't have all this trouble, or something like that, Are you registered in a university in Germany before? Were you? Okay, they basically don't want you to start one program somewhere else and then switch to the medicine program. But again, if you're going to Studienkolleg, the answer to this question is, I assume no, right? There you go. We have these, save. And that's green. See? And sorry, this one down here, and it's medicine. And up here it was also Uni-Gießen, but it was green because it didn't have that page for medicine. You see, it has only 2 pages up here, whereas for medicine we have extra questions. 1, 2, 3. And finally, you have a message. Based on the information you provided, UniAssist is not responsible for handling your application for this course. Please consult the concerned university. If UniAssist is responsible in your case, you can nevertheless choose to submit your application for a fee or remove it from your selection list. So why has this happened? Let's take a look. Here we say, have you completed test? As yes. Did you have knowledge of German? Yes. Have you completed vocation? That's because of this. No, I don't have vocational training. I registered at a university? No. Save. And this doesn't go away. No, it's not even for that. All right, that's that. You know why I'm now a little bit, I don't like applying for these courses. Are you applying for admission to the next available pre-study program? I don't know. Do you have any knowledge of German? Yes. Have you completed test of? No. Are you currently enrolled on a German course? Yes. Do you have any knowledge of English? Yes. And everything is safe. What is the problem? The problem might be that they say for nationwide admission restrictions, They might be saying that for medicine, for those who want to go to study at Gießen, it might be tricky. You might have to apply through Hochschulstart, actually, which is another website. But I assume that for you, for Studienkolleg, this will still work, to be honest. Because Studienkolleg, as said, you're a minority. They unfortunately do not divide between direct entries and indirect entries. Let's skip that. We have explained it way too much. If you want, as said, go for something like biology to be safe, and you end up in the same class. And then we have biology bachelor's. Marburg, you see I have answered these questions for the TE course, so they're also here. If it's going to load, come on, once more. Yes, there you go. Here on the first page, 0 out of 0, unimportant, 4 out of 4. Here I have answered 4 questions, which are important. You see the green ones, they were red. I read and understood this information. Yes. I confirmed that my personal data is correct. Yes. Okay, I confirmed this and that. Yes, I dispatched this and that. Yes. You can read all this, right? This is basically your signature every time you click on yes to say yes, I agree with this stuff. But I mean, you don't have the option of no. If you had the option of no, we would dig deeper, together and understand what is going on. Feel free to read this information, but there is no option. You just need to click on yes and save. And that's it. You have that. You have 3 applications now. The first one being 75 euros. The 2 other ones being 30 euros each, so it's 135 euros. This is madness. You don't want to do that. Why? Why should you pay 135 euros for 3 programs which will end up in the same course? It's all going to be M-Kurs, Studienkolleg Marburg. So keep one of them. I would keep, let's say, biology at Gießen or biology at Marburg. I would definitely remove the other one, remove confirm. Let's say this one also, remove confirm. Doesn't matter which one. There you go. UA Bachelor of Science, Justus Liebig, Universität Gießen. I'm fine with this. You proceed. If this is not your first application, it will be 30 euros and not 75. If this is the first application, first semester, then it's 75 euros. And you're all good. this is basically the online application. Should all be fine. You proceed to checkout basically, and then you come to the, I acknowledge everything. You come to the payment part. You need to acknowledge these stuff. Feel free to read all of that, terms and conditions and all this stuff. I have read that. I know what is in there. There is nothing special that I would want to add to the course. You already know the important stuff. And what happens is that basically you go to the payment part. I have explained the payment part at UniAssist. I'm not going to repeat that. This is basically the online application for the M-Kurs of Studienkolleg Marburg through UniAssist's portal by choosing a study course in University of Marburg or University of Gießen. We have covered this. Then we need to go for the payment, do the payment, and afterwards we need to send our documents to UniAssist. The part with the document preparation and sending it to UniAssist comes later. In the next 2 lectures, I cover the W course and G course at this Studienkolleg. I assume you are not interested in those because you have listened to M-Kurs fully. So please feel free to skip those and go to the document preparation for UniAssist for the sake of applying to Studienkolleg Marburg, the lecture after those 2. Wishing you a great day and see you in the next lectures.